we go to questions.
Well, I'm obviously pleased with the outcome of tonight's game. This is a Iowa team that, as I watched film, they're gonna be in there. They're gonna be contending for league title, and you know, to come into their building and get a road win. We all know road wins in this league are extremely challenging, very, very difficult, very hard to get. But it was not pretty. I'm ecstatic because I think we did a couple of things that you have to do to win on the road, and that's rebound and execute late, and that includes free throw shooting. Obviously, the turnovers, the press bothered us. You know, and I got to do a better job with that. I'm really happy we withstood. I think it was a 17-0 run. We just got out of character, and we didn't do a very good job the first half getting the ball to Kofi. They deserve a lot of that credit. But you know, made a few adjustments the second half. Our spacing was much better, and our emphasis was to get the ball to him. We can't have halves where he has 1 field goal attempt. But Plummer was great again. Jacob Grandison's been elite. Trent Frazier we can never take out of the game. And you know, and then I thought Coleman Hawkins was outstanding in his stealing foul trouble. But I thought Early did a great job on Murray.
Jacob Grandison seems like a composure guy, even when maybe things are not going your way. He seems like a guy that can maybe settle things down. Do you see that?
Yeah, great observation. He's kind of got that California cool mentality about him. He's you know, he's got a desire to want to make those plays. He's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of free throws. He's a guy that you know, can make a mistake and he just shrugs it off. It's just next play. He's got great composure. But again, here's a guy who's a veteran and been through some battles as well. So really proud of Jake. He's playing fantastic basketball.
It's just really tough to play in Iowa City. And Kofi's freshman year, he kind of struggled. Can you talk about the growth that he's had since his freshman year? Because this is a tough place to play where he is today.
Yeah, Ken, we don't have enough time for all the growth. It's tremendous, but the biggest one is mental. You know, he's understanding, like, you know, at halftime, he would have, as a freshman, he would have been frustrated, ticked off, upset that he wasn't getting touches, and it would have affected every other part of his game. Now at halftime, he's saying, "Hey, I'm open. You can give me the ball, but don't force it. You know, you guys are all making shots, making plays, and there's tremendous maturity about that. And he's understanding where double teams are coming from better, and how to play out of it. He's a willing passer when maybe as a freshman he wasn't. But again, he's grown in a lot of ways. Most of them mental.
Coach, the game has become such a game of runs, and even when you have your bad runs, the guys are able to show some senior leadership and age and get out of it. That must make you feel happy.
Yeah, that's playing Iowa. I mean, that's it seems like every year, every game we have with them, it's that, and it's what they do. Their spurtability is electric, and I mean, you know, it's no different than the way they closed the game the other night at Purdue. You know, I think it was a 15-2 run or 17-2 run, and that's the nation's best team right now. And so it's what they do. The press does that. They've got really good talent. Fran is an elite offensive coach. Those guys are all capable. I mean, I'm just begging for one miss, and you know, we don't get it. But we withstood it, and we did our part by making free throws.
Coach, the roadkill has been key to your guys' DNA in the past with your success. How key was that? See that this year, especially where you guys want to ultimately go?
Yeah, that's our culture, and our guys are emphasizing that. Our young guys are picking that up. They know there's nobody here that's for them. You know, even though we did have a lot of Illinois orange in the stands tonight, but you know, road wins are hard, and that's what makes this league the best league in the country. Is every night's a sellout, a packed house, and to go do that, you know, you got to believe you can do it, and you know, our guys are believing.
A couple weeks ago in Kansas City, you get blown out after a big Kansas City run, after a big Cincinnati run. Tonight, you were able to withstand it. What was the difference, or what's changed in the last couple of weeks?
Practice, healthy bodies, continuity, all those things. I mean, we're making strides. We're obviously not there yet. We can't get to where we want, turn the ball over like that, but guys, we were, and I'm gonna use the word fractured, but we weren't cohesive. And now we've got a better understanding of what we're trying to do, and they're believing in it. And I thought defensively, we were really solid in the first half. They were effective late against us, but, you know, we didn't have any answers for those runs early. We do now.
What you're in the first half, or you're in the second half, I think the first 12, 13 minutes, I already scored like 13 points. Their defense seemed connected and good out of the locker room. And then a game where we'll show a lot of highlights and was high scoring, that defense, especially early on in the second half, seemed to be really good.
Yeah, and again, I think that that's always been our identity is, you know, as much as we talk about our offense and scoring and executing, we've always been better on the defensive end. We're getting there, we're getting better there, and that's evident as we started the game, but I thought the one thing for the most part, other than the pick sixes, we did a pretty good job of keeping Iowa out of transition and giving them, not limiting them to one look, but we got work to do still defensively. We're still getting there, but Coleman Hawkins' effort was spectacular. Obviously, Kofi's an anchor in the middle, and Trent Frazier out there is a pretty good place to start.
Brad, to hold Keegan Murray to three shot attempts and 2 points in the first half, is that an individual effort out of Coleman and DeMonte, or is it a collective effort out of all 5 guys?
No, but it's them doing a pretty good job. And again, it's, you know, we got discombobulated because Coleman got foul trouble. We had some different lineups. They played very, very small. You know, you know, it was a little uncomfortable seeing Kofi guarding Chris Murray, who's an elite shooter. And so we got some different lineups, and we had Coleman and Plummer in foul trouble, and so we had to balance some things and move some things around. But you know, he got his. You know, he's a good player, but I thought for the most part we were pretty solid on it.
Right. What were the adjustments to get Kofi more involved in the start of the second half?
Yeah, we simply tried to isolate him. We ran 4 or 5 sets a lot in the second half. We didn't get very complicated. We got out of our constant, you know, ball screen motion, and it became a lot more set oriented. Again, that's me. I gotta do a better job in the first half trying to get him the ball. The play at the end of the first half was very indicative of what we tried to do and did a much better job of in the second half. Was take advantage of their double, and Coleman threw a perfect pass to Jake, you know, for a 3, and then that's where we can be elite. You got to pick a poison, whether we're going to give us 3s or whether you're going to guard Kofi, and I helped him a little more in halftime.
Brad, you said something after the Rutgers game to the extent that Trent and DeMonte were pretty quick to point out that they had not won here. For 2 guys who have done a lot of things and checked a lot of boxes in the regular season, what was it like to see them get that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's the little goals that we set that we have to keep achieving for, and I don't want our guys to ever stop working for those. I think in the last 5 years, Iowa hasn't finished out of the top half of the league, and they've obviously been at the very top and been a very high seed. So it's my time here. So they're really good. It's not like they're going to give you anything, and you've had to come earn it. And we've been close, but you know, tonight was our night. So I'm really proud of those guys.
We have time for 2 more.
They could handle that.
The rebounding, I think, was the constant the whole night as maybe other things went back and forth. But just what maybe led to this type of advantage?
Well, I mean, Kofi's elite, but I thought it was DeMonte. I thought it was Trent. I thought it was our guards getting back in and chasing balls. You know, I went to Trent after night 7 or 8. You know, 8. You know, and that's pretty impressive. Coleman has 7. I thought it was just a constant effort. When we get in trouble, we want to be a Kofi defensive rebounding team. I thought Benjamin Verdonk coming in the first half, got 3 offensive rebounds, kept possessions alive. So it's something we have to do to be really good, and in a night like tonight, when you turn the ball over like we did, you've got to make up for it, and so plus 30 on the glass is a pretty good start.
Okay, this is the last one. Go ahead, Rob. Do you want to talk about Bellows' contributions to the team on the bench?
Well, he's an unbelievable teammate, he's got unbelievable savvy, he's got unbelievable smarts. You know, he's in my ear, he's in players' ears, he's, you know, telling them what he sees. They love hearing that, our team loves hearing that, because they know he's been on the court, and they know what he sees and what's happening. So, his contribution, you know, we tell everybody you gotta be a star in your role, and right now his role's not quite on the court yet, but he was a star in his role in helping us win tonight.